why. He's ulted, like he's already so low. Just go on the Scylla and don't let them have help.
Agreed. I don't know.
I think Ghost are fine
played. Do what?
But Ghost is fine. I feel like you just don't pick Anubis. It doesn't work versus the Ymir. Pick your own. Pick what you love to do.
I was kind of on the opposite side of that. I don't know if they would be so scared of the Ymir because they played the early game so well. Like, I think Neil was like level 8 with like 10 Thief stacks. And Ghost or PBM already had his sledge and then had Thieves like completely stacked. I just don't know if you're Ghost, if you have the mindset of we had such a big lead that game, as long as we don't make like stupid overextension plays, then we should have just easily won that game. Just played through objectives.
I agree. I feel like and
they put Guan behind too. Like Guan Tower died at like level 8 or 9 because they had double invaded both blues. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Ghosts are really quick to be like, yo, you know what, guys, like we messed up in the shot calls. I feel like PBM probably calm himself out because I think it was like double. Like, yeah, Sam had a bad game, but I think the shot calls were a little off. You banned the Scylla? Third ban? Damn, no respect. Lock it in. So we're talking about Scylla here. We're talking about Cupid. Okay, the first pick the Cupid. Purse. Do you go Purse?
Oh wait, are you watching on YouTube?
No, I'm watching on Twitch. How about you? Where are you right now?
Leon?
Wait, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, my bad. I think something to do with Discord. So
I'm watching on YouTube, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna check it on YouTube.
Wait, maybe I should switch to Twitch now? Because I'm probably not gonna go back. We're watching together. Okay, I'll switch.
Yeah, or I can go to YouTube, however.
I'll switch to Twitch. I'm probably not gonna go back.
I'm gonna refresh too.
Okay. Okay.
They just locked in Heim versus the Cupid, the usual.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And now you go Scylla.
I don't know what if Neil would top 3 here. Also, 5k like top 3's his solo lane or every pick. Okay. Or every draft.
Yeah, he just says give me choo choo. But I feel like those gods are the type of gods that you would say give it to me right off the bat.
Yep.
It doesn't show anything, you're gonna win lane.
He like always, I think PBM holds his counter pick. Yeah. They top 3 these like every game.
I don't like the pulse at all.
They're just picking it, like when we played against him, it felt like we could never fight in duo against it because he would literally just clear midwave or skip midwave and just come to us. So I think they're just putting him on high rotational mids with high clear pressure. At least I would assume so.
I feel that, but then you have to invade perps then, right? Like you just have to continuously invade perps off the pos pick. But I feel like that's like tough to just pick a god like that just to do that.
I think it's just their mentality and their mindset of, Sam, give up your farm as long as you're coming to these invades. And it's like a high execution play style, which is why they're so good at it, because they've been doing it forever. Of just, we'll be there at your buffs and we will just out 3v3 or 4v4 you.
I feel that. But I feel like their shot calling has been untouched until this last game. Until this last game, they're like, oh shit. And that gets in your head, I feel, because when you feel unstoppable like that and your shot calling is correct every time and you make a couple mistakes, you're more hesitant.
Yep. Especially when it's the mistakes, like the overextension mistakes, where you start to question the continuation of fights. I feel like knowing that balance is really hard if you're a frontliner of, okay, we're all inning this fight. Okay, wait, we lost this all in? Like, what happened?
Yo, and it sucks to say Sam has to go, I missed the dunk.
Yeah. Wait, so three people were grouped and you missed your dunk? Oh, that is on court.
That's the worst, bro. And then PBM goes, bro, I had him in my mouth for 5 seconds.
Yep. Okay, I like the Serb pickup.
Love the Serb. Like, dude, he carried on Fen. Like, just carry on Serb that can scale A game.
Did you see when he won me at Phoenix, by the way, on Serb?
I think so. Yeah. Hit literally max range 1 on you. You're Apollo, right?
Yeah, and then he just like one-shot me. I checked the damage recap, and literally all of his abilities did like 500 to me. I'm just like, okay.
And you don't want to Aegis it, right? Like, cause it just feels so bad.
Yeah. Because I can't beat, because I think they had Rat and Ravana. I ended up getting like double dunked, and I just ran towards their backline because it was literally my only option.
And you still live for way longer than I expected, bro.
Yep. I mean, I think that was the only pathing option that I had, but like, it was rough because Jake can't step up, so I had to step up to like try to auto the Serb and then just hope he misses the stun. And then I can't beads the stun, because if I beads the stun, I'll get Rat Ravana dunked. And so I had to beads his ult and just tank all that damage, and I really did not think I was going to get railed there.
Yeah, because like even if you Aegis that, right, then now you're just dead to Rat.
Yep.
It's a do or die.
And I was just thinking about it afterwards. I was like, maybe I should have just told Jake to like wall, and then we like YOLO Apollo ult in or something. But Apollo on the back foot there is just so trash.
Yeah. Susano. I like it. And Tosilla.
I think it fits his playstyle more than the Thor did last game.
Well, his job is, like, you're supposed to dive Scylla, right? And you can with Thor, but I feel like it's more obvious damage. With Susano, you can follow the 3. It makes it really tough. He just forced to ult immediately every fight just to run away on Scylla.
Also, I think a Cullen pick up way more than the Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur doesn't rotate the same way. You still got to farm. Scaredy was, like, all over the map, and Final Kill just has to push lane.
Yep.
The Suku was hot, though. Love the Suku.
Dude, the last team fight of Suki Guan into the backline of
Ghost was, over the wall, bro. Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
They literally frontline diffed them so hard. Like, I mean, it's kind of just Arthur late game into like Scylla Hachi. You can't really do much.
Yup. They just backpedal and just use all their abilities and left click.
Mm-hmm.
And their disengage is so good. Double CC immune ults that give you movement speed.
Dude, I don't see how Zap lives through a team fight here.
Yeah, do I? I feel like Final K just runs this game. Unless they get some good ganks in solo and put them behind. I mean, bro, I love Scary D back on Achilles, though, man. Let's go. Haven't seen him run it once.
I just don't know how much value he's going to get from the pick here unless he just has, like, I would say, like, a stellar individual performance. Because I just can't see...
I don't see the strength in the pick.
Yeah, like, Achilles into Heim just looks really rough in the late game fight, so he has to dive the post, and then he has to Thorns the post ult, but...
And if there's third peel, he gets shredded, he has to be scared of Kraken. Like, it's just too much, I feel. And in the cripple, too, it really affects how the way you fight.
I just feel like Ghost has... It's like a 70-30 draft this game. Like, I think their draft is way better with the Susano Kukulin than the Thor Arthur.
I agree completely.
Somehow.
I don't know. I think Paul just has to literally hyper carry.
Yeah, it just hit everything and make it to late game where they're not behind by at least like 5K and then just start hitting everything.
Or if Sam messes up in the early game. And that's the only way that Ghost loses. I mean,
Cubo's been looking
if they come into this draft and they're just confident that they can just take it to late game, which literally all these Worlds games have been going late game, then I think Ghost should just win.
I feel that. I feel like they scale infinitely better than they did last game.
One-shot people really well, and I think that has really caught people off guard this weekend. How much damage Still is able to do with this double flat pen build throughout all stages of the game.
I feel like you respect ban the Scylla, right? Like that's the most comfortable he's ever looked. On Afro, he looks a little sketch. Like it's not that he looks bad, right? But it's like I don't know. The healing is good, but I don't know. Everybody just not letting him have it.
Speaking of him, is this Susano pick? I mean, you heard Myth talking about the dive potential, the chase potential it has. Is that enough?
So let's see what happens here. Just Final K just looks so good on Choo Choo, man.
Their last composition was really early game focused. So even though they made a lot of mistakes, even though that game is won by PK, I think that Ghost kind of threw that one.
Banning the Guan, picking the Choo-Choo might be really good at just putting Scary D in a bad spot and just pick good gods versus Achilles.
Yeah. This Ghost Gaming team was ill-equipped to go as late as they did with that draft. They weren't planning on playing that long.
He doesn't like playing Afro?
They are much more well-equipped and ready to go when it comes.
I cannot believe they're respecting Neil that much.
Should have a decent shot. Panda Cat and Mike.
What do you mean on the perp?
The big heroes for them in that game one. Fine, okay, with his great moments there as well. The real hope I gotta think is that as Mike gets plugged in, that Twig can play better, but Mike now in
Okay.
heart bomb stun.
Okay.
Gonna come through and hit
Wait,
Panda.
He
PBM
missed a
didn't level
stun.
jump?
He doesn't jump. Oh my god. He's dead.
He didn't level jump!
Bro, even if you don't level jump, how do you show your one there? I mean, I guess you have to, right? Just hopefully hit the stun, but still.
Classic.
Once they saw that one, it was guaranteed kill.
I respect it, Neil.
Neil Sobek has been
He
amazing.
level jump against us second?
Why not? Why didn't he do the one, bro? You guys are dumb.
What a start from PK in this one, finding the pressure over there in duo. Mike, starting with that blink.
Oh, I just realized that PK went purple to alpha and held hog the whole time. Because they expected to get pressure, which is why Ghost Duo was able to go oracles off the bat.
Makes sense. I didn't even pick up on that. That's why you're here.
Ghost is still taking a lot of late game drafts to early wins during the course of this year.
Yeah, also putting Mike behind is kind of a GG for Ghost, I think.
Yeah, he definitely dictates the pace. Without him, like, Susano doesn't have the space.
As soon as you finish,
I think they always rely on
you feel pretty strong.
PBM dictating the pace.
Really, really good all-in potential. Your mobility is fantastic throughout all stages of the game. And I would love to see Ghost try and turn up the pressure onto Paul a little bit earlier than what we've seen from him.
Sam rotating the solo, blinks in.
He could get his good. With transform, they timed the transform perfect.
From Fine OK is there.
Easy.
Response gank in solo is what Ghost needed.
And if anyone knows what happens if you let Scary get to the late game with Achilles for free, it's Sam for soccer.
Super
We've been
clean.
robbed of a lot of great moments from the crowd during this year, but Scary hovering the Achilles in a World Finals game, I think, would have elicited a great response from a crowd full of Smite fans. This was his iconic pick last year. Now it's become Guan. He's really following the same MO. Just keep spamming the same god until they start to take it away from you. Ghost took it away from him this time around, and going to the Achilles makes a lot of sense, but this is where Achilles is not particularly strong. Even though he can find that identity as a lane bully, his wave clear is not very good early on. So trying to get to him when he has to use both those combat dodges just to try and clear the wave is a really good way.
He's holding wave super hard, and Neomal's letting it happen by zoning. They're bringing Susano. Oh no, Susano's here. They kill him in time?
Nice.
Oh, they're both dead. It's the easiest double kill I've ever seen. Oh, he messed up his two. That could have been an easy double.
Surprised that Sam doesn't get that one too. Neil able to escape pretty well, but maybe a little bit of lack of patience there from
Yeah,
Sam
that was done. As soon as they initiated.
You get zap speeds. Perfect
I mean,
track.
PK actually played that insanely well for not having an ult.
When it comes to ganks and who deserves the credit.
Going for the short TP play there was actually insane. I guess he has the confidence too with Sam being around the corner.
Yeah, that was a giant debate. He was rotating for a long time.
He deliberately doesn't hit the wave so that he doesn't tick.
I kind of like the playstyle of Twig kind of farming everything with these high clear mages, and then Sam playing this way compared to last game, where he's just rotating around ganking nonstop, because all of his laners now feel such safety, I would say.
Yeah. First blue invade of many.
Dude, they're so annoying to play against, though. Because you always have to worry about Twig rotating on the map, and then you always have to play to, like, defend your buffs, and, like, getting on the map against Ghost and invading is so hard, because they're always the one making the play first.
I feel that, but I don't. I do feel it, understand it, but don't feel it.
It's like, dude, okay, so me and Jake obviously love fighting in duo, and yesterday against Ghost, I was just like, we can never fight in duo, because we're literally getting calmed every 30 seconds. That Twig is running into duo jungle.
Then it's just smash pinging.
Yep. And we didn't even hear the Anubis rotation, we just like, okay, he's here. I mean, he did call it and ping it, but we just didn't hear. Me and Jake are deaf.
Oh, you guys were already in the screaming in the fight.
Yep.
Oh, he's
I was
dead.
like, oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, this game's just over.
He's so dead. Oh, there's a Kraken. Oh, he has no mana. Oh, he's so dead.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
This comp fits their style way more.
I don't think so.
Kind of just a Sam diff, I would say.
Yeah, Scary D's just. Oh my god, nice but still.
In the wrong part of town is gonna have to use that fatal strike defensive.
This is much more like the Ghost.
Yeah, this game's over.
Yeah, and it's not even a lead like gold or tower. It's just flat. Just you have no jungle. Like no jungle in the player, but just no jungle because they have pressure in every part of the map.
How about Sam all over the map, a part of all 4 kills, exactly what they needed from that middle of the map.
And the best thing if you're a Ghost fan is that Ghost has not moved away from their identity at all after a tough game 1 loss.
Right.
They do the exact same thing coming into game 2. We're going to start our pressure on the solo side of the map, then we're going to transition it to left. We're going to use Sam as that extra pressure valve wherever we need him on the map. We play around that perfectly.
Yeah, PBM played that perfect. He didn't literally hit the 2-1 without having. He beats prematurely and didn't get excited and ult right away. He just waited, 2-1'd them, then he beats, and then he's just like, all right, I'm gonna kill him ult regardless. Hopefully Sam goes Jones. Sam, nah, he's gonna go. I think you go Crusher on Susano. Just especially when you're ahead.
They came in a little hot in game 1, didn't they? I mean, I think about
Yeah.
that. Mike and Panic Hat play.
You know, NJ?
Neil, and they get punished. That's a really big example of one of those areas where they gave back some pressure. So I like that they have the confidence, but they're easing it up here a little bit. They're letting that
Scary D just can't do anything.
Micro is fine. Okay, has the Rage transformation ready, but Scary this close to the tier 2 is really not in trouble. But Fine OK already showed us what he can do when he rotates just a little bit out to that corridor next to mid.
Is this a rotation of gold? Nah.
Thought he might look for it again.
And this is tough for Ghost because
I think they wait for their next item.
Locked on his side of the map.
Dude.
He got some. 3-1. Okay, he's good.
Oh, this is actually so bad by Fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice ult. Can they kill him? Yeah.
Nice.
Can he get a double? Nah, he missed pool. Now he's in trouble. He used a lot. Now Siddle's here. Okay, he gets. Oh my, he gets 1. Good trade.
Here comes Paul.
Yeah, he's
So
dead.
this is going to be trouble now for Sam.
That's a lot of space for Scary.
And I want your opinion on it, man. That feels like
I don't know.
It does.
I mean, they missed a lot of farm for that lose backs and a full mid wave, but I guess New gets the mid wave. But
it's actually a detriment, right? Because you make.
I'm surprised that Fine committed that hard, but didn't feel comfortable 3-1-ing.
Yeah, but he blinked
after
though.
the play.
But you think he should have done it right away? You think he would have caught him before the blink?
Maybe. I'm just surprised that he just doesn't go that route anyways, but then still wants to juke between tower, right? Like, if you're gonna make the play, make the play.
And then Fine OK just
I don't
goes a little
know.
bit too deep.
I guess he does have normal, and he played for the normal.
Trying to go for that tier 2 tower dive.
I think it was just too much in general.
Yeah, agreed.
To Fine's credit, he nearly killed them both.
Yes.
In that moment.
You only do that if you have 4 at gold and you have pressure in mid left.
Trap between tier 2 and Phoenix. Not really
Agreed.
Get out because you
Seemed
know
like a
that
very
he's
ranked or
gonna
like
out-rotate
scrim
your
play, I would
spot.
say.
Yeah, just like, yo, I just sold him.
I'm exerting my dominance.
Not quite enough to be able to strip that one away.
You don't want to let Scary get back into that when this man's like level 6 versus Susano level 7. Like, that game just looks done already.
Yep.
Took that spill early, and that's given Twig some room to get ahead.
And that's exactly
I mean,
what you want your
Paul's now
design to be
farming.
because he has that movement speed to get around
I
the
don't
map
know,
really
man.
well and force great fights.
Good old by Neil.
Yeah, he's been so good with the CCM units. Like, every game I've ever watched.
Great work there from Twig and Sam.
He's kind of just not scared to press it. And
Yeah.
a lot of supports are like greedy.
Thought we might see a Gold Fury starting up here.
Oh, that was a
Oh,
bad beat.
no.
And now he's gonna die for it. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. It's a sketch though. I think he dies for this.
Oh,
he missed! He missed! Oh, he can double punish. Oh, no.
We do hate that. There was some rage jumps by Paul.
Yeah. Yo, it's so funny how we can read the raise jumps because it doesn't matter how pro you are, bro. You gotta raise jump.
Yep. Someone lives with 1 HP off of a missed ability. You're just like, okay.
Alright.
Maybe
And then you lose beats for it too.
Comes in, looks like he might be in mid, but you make the great call to understand that Fine is willing to trade his life for a Gold Fury either way. But when you get one,
Like you had to trade there because you know you're dead, so you just commit to that one, man.
A tough there from Fred to boost speeds on the
and then you're 0-3 off that miss. Oh my god, you look down at your /9 after that, and then they take your backs. Oh my, I'll just have 60 right now for you.
It's an easy kill.
Great work there.
Oh, Paul should be so big off that kill.
7 minutes into this one, this has been great aggression coming out from the Chaos side team here in this one, and great work from all the teams to make sure, from all the players in the team rather, to make sure they've been there to follow up. Speaking of,
I'll have you know, if he went the Deso build that he's been going every game, he would have killed him. Because he's been going Deso into Divine.
Like how that right side overdive kind of sets up
Wait,
that
Deso?
mid-commit.
You mean do one?
No, Deso, Spear Deso.
It looks like he's over
okay.
again. A Scary D has to barely finds the pass to get away.
Oh, nice.
That's good. And then Neilmo's getting so much good XP. He's like, damn, yeah, boy.
He's getting so much farm. He's like, someone please come through this wave. I have thieves.
True. Oh, that's so bad for him. Unfortunate.
Usually what you're checking on, that same timer, and without being able to think that.
I mean, they're doing a good job of stalling the bleeding.
Well, I feel like Ghost is just chasing kills and not just choking farm, you know?
Waste of your time there to make it over there. So they end up playing it a bit more safe. Fine, okay.
Dude, it's so annoying to always play on your back foot.
Yep.
Like he was like having to fight every back camp.
Yep.
In response to what happened to them in game number 1, where
bro, he should have went Deso, man. He's literally went Deso every game other than the last game, which I agree because you have an Anubis. But Paz, I don't agree with, and they have no healing outside of that. You go to Deso, 100%. Final K dies there.
Now they've met a bunch of resistance from BK.
Agreed.
I think that's a good
I don't know.
This Ghost Gaming team hasn't lost in
the nerves.
months. You heard Gormeister say on the desk.
For
Remember, they swept phase 2 playoffs. They didn't drop a game.
Nah, there's no healing there. I mean, maybe there's Sona Gaia, but you would already had it.
So you know
unless you do so much damage, it's like the best spike item for solo.
Yeah, I think he had to just be like backing at that time for like some reason or another. It's just like, okay, I don't want to wait. Like I need to spike now.
True.
To his side of the map, it would require Scary to push an extra wave.
But they're staying close in XP, which is the most important right now. Like the goal is cucked, but the XP, I don't know how they're not losing too much XP. I don't know how Cubo's even right now. Like literally everything's went wrong for him.
For an invade, you can do that really easily.
I think
it's a good time to be shoving. Blue buff's about to spawn.
I don't know.
Sam is trying to pressure him too much, and he's not power farming.
I like that Ghosts are keeping.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, Sam's playstyle is just give up farm and fight wherever PBM tells him to.
That's how they really put the hurt on Knights.
No, you're not
playing. Those duo side backs have been up forever, and Sam's still playing, or he was just playing solo jungle instead of farming the red and backs, which a lot of junglers would just be farming like the easy farm.
Facts. Final Case is loving it, bro.
And if Fine's gonna be this aggressive, I think that you do have easy gank paths for Cubo Fred. Great ward coverage.
It's crazy that Scary seems this calm mentally.
These back camps,
yeah.
making sure that Fred's only
Zap
when he's been under his tier 2 hurt.
Zap trips me out sometimes. Like he's just like, it's like 45 minutes in the game, he gets Cupid ulted. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna hold beads here in a team fight.
Oh, the Fender ult last game, dude. At his purple buff where he just held beads forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt me.
He does. Sometimes it's like, wow, he's so disciplined. Sometimes like, bro, what are you doing, my guy?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is the fault of Cupid.
Don't relic, don't nice mess, bro. The mess. Link ult. Oh, there, he's done.
Yeah. I mean,
but they overextended though, pretty hard. Cubo with an ult. Okay, they're going on Twig. Huge.
Nice.
Chases with Tsukiyomi ult.
Is this week 1?
They have no servo.
Season 7, that was week 1.
Plug. Let's go, kid. Let's go, kid. Big execute. Oh, but then he's initiating. I don't know about this. Oh, Cubo's done. They transform now. Oh no. Yeah, Fine kills everyone. Oh boy.
He had been farming up all game. Scary D goes down.
Frioni.
Yeah. Fine found the team fight.
Yeah,
whereas last game he
did
did
not.
not.
Make that mistake again, but this time it doesn't seem quite as fatal.
Yeah.
Because Fine OK is right there. This should still be an Oni Fury in Ghost Gaming's favor.
Unfortunate.
A massive coming from Twig.
Yeah.
Sam also messed up.
I don't blame Neil for going for that pluck, but he kind of baited everyone into that fight.
I feel like you had to go for it though, right? Like it's not the bad call, but it's not the right call, right? Like
in this game.
You're behind like that, you find a good opportunity where they have no Serb ult, no Cupid ult. I mean, no. Oh, actually, they did have time
on that world stage. But you've spent all year in the #1 seed.
Yeah, I don't know if I hate that play. But I mean, there's also like your coach is just gonna tell you to get the win and get out. Like they overextended.
A team like Sanguine for letting the moment get.
Oh, that's so hard.
Yeah,
I think so too. And you got to imagine.
Yeah, it has to be like, I feel like a call from Zap, right? Because he's seen the whole fight. Yeah, just take the win, just take the win. Because when you're in it, bro, you're winning that. You're winning that fight, and you feel you're behind. You haven't been able to have a good fight all game. You just go.
Yep. I feel like they got so baited for going for that. I mean, you lost Zap for Twig, which isn't the worst, but
and yeah, you split farm. I think you're fine there.
Yeah.
And then you can D gold, right? Like that would have been so good because now you stall for gold.
And look,
And Scary's even more screwed now.
Yeah.
Maybe you're banning the Coca-Cola next game?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like they're taking Scary D out, right? Like you ban Guan, you take a Cola, and you force him into like Achilles or KA.
Whenever they're playing at their best, and when a team is up.
I mean, you just pick characters that are good versus dashes versus cripples, but even though I didn't pick cripple. But I guess they have one cripple.
Scary almost for PK that Ghost is making considerable mistakes at this point, and
I don't know.
This much.
Exactly.
What did PK ban this game?
I'm a little drunk, I don't remember.
I think it was the same as game 1.
All week long, right?
Oh yeah.
And have you seen this team get nervous? In fact, when I was watching those picks and pans,
Our coach is loud in comms now.
It's scary to me how calm this team seems. They are young.
Someone in chat was asking if coaches were loud in comms, but that is a moment your coach will bring up after the game and say, yeah, you guys should have just taken this win and gotten out.
No doubt in my mind. I mean,
Like, that was so greedy by you guys to continue fighting when you got the free pick on Twig, who was bigger than Steve.
And what sucks, it's so easy to see that from a top down, or not even easy to see from a top down. Just like it's more clear, but like from there, bro, you just go.
They just love being able to take it late and
It's just,
you on the objective macro
I think
play.
pro players like currently need to be so disciplined in the chases.
Yeah, I think it was.
Because everyone's gotten so good at baiting, like, quote unquote, the fight.
I think SSG is probably the best at that, right? Like baiting fights, you just pull back all the time.
Because Dardas and Vote play so safe. Like, they play to not take any damage.
Which caught him right? Because PK did like plays the opposite style in the late game. And you can't play that safe because then it's literally a 50-50 at 50 minutes. You know what I mean? It's whoever wins the next fight wins the game.
Say if you want to really start to jam it at 5 mid right now, if you're Ghost, just try and get that pressure and use tower advantage in order to get some more global gold off the map. I kind of like them slowing the pace down.
Raw rat set. They need to stop banning rat. The rat was to take it away from you guys, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like Final K doesn't lock in rat.
Also, it's like, which poison would you rather drink? The rat poison or the Coca-Cola poison?
Getting those almost feels like a bigger power spike.
And both seem equally as scary, so it's like, why ban anything there if both are as scary?
I feel that.
I don't know about losing 30% of your.
How much gold does Scary have right now?
I told you guys it's gonna be a different with me and Barra. We just talk about what we see.
I mean, you get the blink from Neil.
Instead of me casting.
You're not trying to really force it at this point. That's a knock and see if anybody's home sort of situation for Ghost. If no one
it's a give and take.
Pittsburgh Knights, sweet. We have FG. If Neil wants to expend the blink because Mike's got a good zone going on, sweet. We got Neil's blink. We don't have to stress about it.
How much of that type of crime do you think is impulsive, though, where you just check to
hey,
see
Hughie.
how you're feeling about it? I bet not as much as you think. Right?
Really? You think it's like Home Alone?
Well, they're slowing down. I feel like they just keep waiting for gold fears and not really invading reds, you know?
At the same time?
Like with an 8K gold lead at 19, I feel pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like at least tier 1 mid, you know?
Yeah, I suppose that's
I think they just need to play with Fine, but the Scylla pick is kind of getting online at this point.
Yeah.
Probably not the idea.
And he went pesty, and I think he's going into shifters. But I don't know if that's. I don't know. I feel like I would go like Genji's, right? Like this Scylla is the only thing that will ever kill you.
He doesn't have much Fizz-D either at that point. He just has a lot of health, and they have Reaver and Kins.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a Mantle. I feel like Mantle's been underutilized by tanks. They never build it.
Because you don't want to put
I
yourself
don't think they like building it. It's like not a fun item to build.
Definitely not fun. It's definitely the baby item of Smite.
You
don't want to die, build Mantle.
you know, Ghost holds all the cards in this negotiation situation.
I think they were just playing to get their spikes and then forcing PK to fight them at gold.
Yeah, but I think they might give it up. I don't mind giving it up, to be honest.
They're playing for fire.
Nah, he's backing.
They're doing the one-man zone on gold, and then
everyone else farms, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them minding to give up on gold. They've been playing kind of slow outside of the goals, right? Goals will only pace they show that they will run at you.
Yep.
Just keep farming.
I thought that's what he was really doing.
But this firefight is going to be tough when you're down 10k.
That's your best damage instantly coming from Sobek without putting yourself in absolute melee range. I think the reason Neil doesn't stick around is,
I mean, they first played them in duo, and then I think it was just Sam getting the gank in solo, and then immediately ganking duo right after.
The worst thing that you can do is try and go for a steal there.
Yeah.
And then they already didn't have pressure in mid against post, so they literally lost all 3 lanes in like the first 2 minutes, or like whatever time that was.
There's nothing better than jungler feeling you gank, you go speed, you go blue, and you gank again. Nothing better.
Yep.
Typical.
I also feel that Suki, but it can't really kill anyone because it's a tank jungler from behind.
Kilo loves to do that. Okay, just start it. Neomon has info. 80%, not too shabby. They're zoning. They're securing with Kraken. Oh, they got it. They stole it, bro. That was such a bad Kraken. Oh, my lord. But it's such a good steal from Paul. The Kraken was so late. Just run. Run for your life. Oh, my god. He got slept. Oh, my god. He almost got crushed, bro.
I thought that crush hit him.
Ghost is angry. That's what you waited for 22 minutes. That's what your leader was supposed to be worth.
Yep. They should lose a tier 1 at least. Yeah. Actually, they're not even pushing mid.
They're backing. Oh man. They're
okay,
chill now.
I don't know who you've been saying, but I've been saying Paul and Scary have been the MVPs for PK set, and every time they need to make a play, they do. And literally again, Paul making the play that saves PK.
Yeah, I've been saying Scary D, like the most consistent. Paul shows up when you need it.
Yep. Scary might be.
Would you? I mean, I don't know.
I feel like he used to be like a lane monster, but now he's just picking picks that farm in team fights. He's being, I would say, like a Demi style almost.
Makes sense for sure.
Okay, Neil's trolling.
Yeah, Neil's definitely trolling. And please do not fight this. Just run. Give him tier 2 if you have to. Go shove mid. This is so slow macro. As soon as you see that man in Niflheim, I'm running mid.
It does. Being at a 5-on-4.
I was gonna say maybe they were calling to fight that.
Nah, way. You lose that so hard.
More than anything else, and you'd rather lose.
Well, it depends on how fast you can get on them and threaten them, because all 3 of their ults were still down from fire.
That is a good call, yeah. All I saw was Niflheim and Susano.
It's like, I think you kind of treat that as like a long-term Freya banish on a frontliner, so like, it kind of sets up for both teams, but
they're so far.
Yeah, I just don't know why Neil was there. I mean, maybe he got baited by Zap to push solo tower or something?
Maybe. That was just bad position in general. You have 0 vision. Everyone's missing on the map.
I mean, you look at where Twig is. He's got 5 completed items.
I feel like that was just... But that was a good call from Ghost too, right? Like, why the hell were there 5 people in solo right now?
Yep. I think Zab made that call, and then he was just like, oh, sorry, but you're dead. See you later.
Sorry, Neil.
You
took too many waves early.
So much.
Totally makes sense. PK.
And it slows down their FG so hard, bro. Unfortunate, man.
No, they're not. I mean, PK can certainly still stay.
I don't even know if they can still group.
Oh no, this is dash. Oh man.
Oh, he panicked.
Kraken makes Zapman use the Aegis, and the aggression is still.
Keeping us blink here.
Yeah, he has beads still. Don't beads it. Nice beads, baby. I wait not to beads right away.
Now, that man does live, but he is so vulnerable to Sam.
Maybe we fight this now. 2 ults down.
2 ults, you have to in the next 60. Yeah. Oh, he missed block. Oh my, fine. What an ult. But the damage from Scylla is serious. The backline damage is serious. Neomal's getting shredded. Sam, he has no action. Oh, Sam got munched on. Oh, with another one. He's dead.
Of course, Paul makes the play. Of course, Paul makes the play.
And now Twig is done. Does he have ult? No, he doesn't.
I don't care who you are.
This is just Paul diff.
Yep. Nice. Dead. Crush. Panda's in trouble. No Nif. No 3. No, you can't.
It's literally just Paul diff, man.
You run it down left all the way? GG, yeah. Yeah, you run it down all the way. GG.
It's just Paul diff.
I definitely say Paul diff. But I say, Sam, that was way too deep. That was so deep. You had no help.
Also, why do you think Sam full committed to Cupid when the Syl was ulting? Why wouldn't you just play to bait the Syl?
Yeah, bait the Syl. Just run away. Sam is making a lot of mistakes, man. It's tough. That was beautiful. Like, you got double action from Cupid. Yeah, it was double ults, but just chill at gold. Just sit at gold.
Damn. Absolutely shell-shocked. How do you do that? How does
That's just Paul diff.
That's just Paul diff.